YouTube. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. Y'all, this is the lesson I learned dealing with this sign. And a couple other things that I've created. If your ideas can't generate financial support, they're a failure. It's just that simple. And that's a cold reality to have to face, especially when you think it's a good idea, but it won't generate no financial support. And sometimes when you're faced with situations like this, that's when temptation come on you. Because you want to be a success. And you start grabbing at things to make it a success that might not necessarily be good for you. Okay? But because you want this to be a success, a lot of people compromise. A lot of people cut corners. A lot of people cheat to magnify the success that they're looking for. And only thing I can tell you, man, is don't sell your soul. Don't compromise. Go down with the ship. If you believe in your idea and you done put the work in and it still ain't producing, then go down with the ship. It's instead of compromising your morals, instead of doing something that later you're going to regret, because that temptation going to be there, especially when you have needs that need to be satisfied. And that's what a lot of people get to, the point where their needs overtake their common sense. And what I mean by that is, you start calculating. You start worrying. You start second guessing. If it don't work, it don't work. And especially, and this is the part that probably is the hardest pill to swallow, especially when you done put the work in. When you have put the work in. See, there's some people want it just like that. If it don't come just like that, then, they own to something else. But when you have put the work in, you made the sacrifices, and you still don't see the results that you're looking for. And again, it can make you second guess yourself. When you get in a situation like this, it'll make you second guess man, was this really the idea? Why do people tell me it's such a great message, but yet it won't catch root? Nobody's willing to take a chance. to help you be successful to get it off the ground. But yet they like your message. So what's missing? You know, and that's what I'm trying to figure. Man, what's missing? You know, what am I doing wrong? If anything at all. Or is it just the climate that we're in? Where nothing positive is working. And right now, you got more people out here that's compromising to make things work, doing crazy stuff to make things work, lying, deceiving to make things work. You know, and if you got to lie to make it work, eventually that lie gonna catch up with you. So at least stand in your integrity, okay? Well, I'm saying that if your ideas are not generating, if your ideas aren't generating financial support, they're not successful. That's the only way they can be a success. They have to generate financial support. That's the only way. Because that's how success is measured. By what financial support this can generate. And even if you got a good idea and it ain't generating no financial support, it's not successful. Okay? No, I'm just saying if no matter how good your ideas are, if they're not generating an income, they're not successful. I mean, look at my tours, man. We just came out of Black History Month. This is how many tours I booked in Black History Month. Okay, this is how many tours I booked in Black History Month. And yet, I can sit back and see all of these black folk coming to the White House on other tours. But I didn't book none. I booked absolutely none. And my first year that I started my tours, Black History Month, man, I was praying to God. Please don't let me go out of business in Black History Month with no black tours. That was my prayer. Lord, just don't let me go out of business in Black History Month with no black tours. I wouldn't have been able to. I think if that had happened to me, I probably would have. I don't know if I would have recovered, because I would have lost faith, man. And now I just realized that, you know, for whatever reason, black folk don't support other black people. Now, see, and here's the kicker. But let me get some kind of notoriety. Then everybody and their mama want to be around me. See, if I get some notoriety, everybody gonna want to be around me. But trying to get up and get on your feet and get established, you're on your own. And it can be discouraging. Let me say that again. That can be very discouraging. You got to have a strong constitution, man, not to let something like that knock you off your feet, to make you lose hope, lose faith, to give up. And there are going to be many a times, man, you're going to want to. There are going to be times you're going to want to. There are going to be times when it just ain't going to seem worth it. You know, you're going to have them days. And them the days, man, you got to come home and get you a good night's sleep or do whatever, and wake up the next day and start over again. And see, and when you get to moments like this, you have to motivate yourself. You can't depend on nobody else. And on top of the fact, you're going to have a lot of people taking shots at you. You know how many people tell me, that my sign, you think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea because people tell me that every day. Unsolicited. I like your sign. I don't solicit that every day. I was coming back to the hotel, waiting on the bus. And this lady say, I really appreciate your message. I'm feeling like shit. Because I sit down in front of the White House every day and I play positive music. I try to uplift people, and they look at me like a cow looking at a new gate. And I'm trying to be uplifting. And they'll walk by me and look at me like, a cow looking at a new gate. What is he doing? Why is he doing that? Like I'm doing something wrong with a donation bucket sitting out there. You enjoying my creativity, you enjoying my music, but you don't think you should support me. Sometimes that's discouraging, man. Sometimes it's really discouraging when you keep trying, and nothing clicks. And you be trying to, what is it? Why? And then you look at somebody like Sexy Red. Everett, thank you, brother. Thank you for the blessing, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much. But I mean, here I'm sitting in front of the White House, and they inside the White House playing Sexy Red. Inside the White House. Y'all know who Sexy Red is. They playing her inside the White House. And you be trying to figure out, what is it, man? What is it? So, hey, man. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to take. I really don't know what it's going to take, man. And I can tell you, this is one of the reasons we have the crime that we got, especially in the black community, because they don't see nothing positive working. Only thing they see working is negativity. And people are complaining that crime is out of control, but yet you ain't trying to uplift nothing positive. You don't want to support nothing positive. But you complaining about the crime that's out of control. So I don't know what the answer is, man. And I've been trying to figure out, you don't think, man, I ain't been trying to, put this combination together because if I can figure the combination out, I'm going to tell y'all, maybe that's the problem. Maybe if I was one of them guys that keep it to myself, but if I get something that's working, I'm going to tell you how to do it. This is how it worked for me. You see, so, but anyway, the next few days, I'm gonna be down, cause I'm gonna start on my stuff here. I'm getting ready to start tomorrow. I'm going to the dentist, and let him get to work. So I know it's gonna knock me out for a couple of days, but I'll be around. I ain't giving up. I'm discouraged, man. I really am. I am discouraged. I can't lie about that. Because, I mean, I'm trying to figure out if people like this so, how come it ain't working? If they like it. I don't know. I don't know. And I'm just trying to get it to work. Okay? So, man, y'all be blessed. Everett, thank you, brother. Thank you so very much, man. I appreciate that, brother. All right? I'll see y'all later.